So, very good evening, my dear friends. Today we are going to have a topic that the social history of England. Before the topic that we have come across the last day class, that the history of English literature. As you know very much about the history of English literature, we have studied this life history of the authors from 13th century to the modern present day. Of course, you remember it. Okay, now let us see the topic, the social history of England, in which we are going to see the history of the England. How the England has become a peaceful country. Before that, England was, it was not the country which is not have a peace. The five Tudors, they are the five Tudors, which meant Henry VII, Henry VIII, Edward VI, Mary I, and Elizabeth I. These were the five Tudors who have brought England to have a peaceful country. Till now, England has the peaceful country, and it is a good country that we have. England, from medieval to early modern times, its life and thought were stirred by the Renaissance and Reformation. I think Renaissance, you know very well about it. Renaissance in the sense to have a rebirth. And that's the thing. The five Tudors, the first one, Henry VII, and he ascended the throne in 1485. He wants England to be a peaceful country. For that, he has declared himself that, and he has thought himself that he wants to make a matrimonial alliances. Well, if you have a matrimonial alliances with another one, they may not be able to have fight with each other. That's what Henry VII has thought in such a way to bring matrimonial alliances between England and the other country. That's what he has made. He has made him his son Arthur, which means Arthur. He has married Catherine of Aragon, who is the daughter of Spain, king daughter. When he has married Catherine of Aragon, there won't be any other fight between Spain and England. So they had a peaceful, had a mutual understanding between these countries. And he also made Margaret, his only daughter. He has made her to have a marriage with James IV of Scotland, and he was the king of Scotland. He had married it. And also there won't be any other place, and there won't be any other fight between Spain and there is Parliament. And he had appointed the judges, which means many judges he has appointed, and their duty was to have matrimonial alliances between one country to another country. So he had sent all the judges to travel to another country, and they had also had matrimonial alliances, though there won't be any other fight between the other countries. And then when Henry VII, after Henry VII, Henry VIII had succeeded, and he had become the king of England, but he doesn't want to follow his father. So which means he wants to have a freedom. He wants his life to be a free man in the world. That's what he had married 6 marriages along with his brother's wife, which means Catherine of Aragon, including her. He had married her, and he fought with the Pope, which means Pope. You know very well about it, and he is the Pope who is in Rome. And he is the supreme authority of Roman Catholic churches. So Roman Catholic churches, he is the supreme authority. So below Pope only orders to all over the country, those who are belonging to the Roman Catholic churches, he orders what the Pope says that should be followed by other people of Roman Catholic. That was Pope, and next to that cardinals. Next to cardinals, there were archbishops. Next to archbishops, there were bishops. Next to bishops, there were priests. And the priests, they should take over the people of all over the country. And the people, they have to follow what the priest says, and the priest must follow the bishops, the bishop must follow the archbishops, archbishop must follow the cardinals, and cardinals have to follow what the pope said. So these are the rituals things that they have, which means pope had the supreme among the Roman Catholic churches. But Henry King, when the Henry VIII had become King of England, he doesn't want to follow the authority of Pope. So he first rejected the authority of the Pope, which means if the people belong to Roman Catholic Church, in the sense they may not have a divorce. They should not have divorce. So, but he doesn't want to live with. He wanted to live with many women as he likes. That's what he had married. That's what he also cited in his quote, that divorced, beheaded. Divorced, beheaded, died, divorce, beheaded, survived. So which means he liked it. Henry VIII liked it. Which means he wanted to marry a girl, and he had divorced it. Then he had continued his life. That's what he had rejected the Pope, and England had become a Protestant country. After Henry VIII, Edward VI had ascended the throne in 1507. It is the first country, which means England had the first time it has become the Protestant country, which means Protestant in the sense people who never follow the Roman Catholic. It is just opposite of Protestants. They were the Christians. They were the Christians, but they were separated in two different religions, which means one is Roman Catholic, they follow what the Pope says. Another one is Protestants, they never follow the Pope, which means they had like themselves, they can go to the church, they can pray, and they can live as they like to live. But so that's the thing. When Edward VI had become the king of England, he had rejected the Pope, and he had made the people to follow the Protestant countries. By the next time, he pushed all over the England people to Puritanism. Puritanism since the Protestants. That's the thing. Protestants, another name is Puritanism, and he had abolished the church masses. Church masses they do every day, and even on Sundays they have to follow some rituals to have masses. But he had abolished the church masses, and the old girls, which means the old girls in the sense the people of Roman Catholic churches had their own girls, which means children they have their own girls, and the youth they have their own girls, and women they have their own girls, which means it is called as a unity. They have to follow. If they have any other problem among them, they have to tell to the priest. The priest has to take over the church, and he has to take an action among what they say, what the people complain to priest. And if the priest is not able to take an action, he has to bring to bishops, and he has the supreme power to take over all over the actions among the others. And after Edward VI, Mary I, who had become the Queen of England, and she belongs to Roman Catholic churches. She wants England to have a Roman Catholic, which means she wants people to follow the Roman Catholic churches, which means she wanted to restore the Catholic churches. In the sense, she wanted to reject all over the amendment that has been passed by the Edward VI and Henry VIII. They had they wanted England to have a Protestant country, but she wanted her country to have a Roman Catholic Church. So she had rejected this amendment that had been followed by them, and she, well, after her the queen, she had which means she ordered. If they go to Protestant country, they will be killed. They will be killed in the stake. So that's the thing she had added. That Elizabeth I had become the Queen of England, and it was a prosperous country for the people of England, and which means England had become a peaceful country. She also belonged to Protestant country, but she never wanted the people of England to fall and to fight among themselves. So she made the people to have a peaceful country. She had planned in such a way that she had, first thing, she had brought the parliament that is in such ways, which means the nobility, the gentry, and yeomen. So these are the three parties of England they follow, which means the nobility people who are very wealthy people in England, and the gentry people who are below the nobility, but they have the power of ruling the parliament. They belong to, so the people of gentry only go to the parliament, and they have the supreme power, and they had the financial control in England. And the yeomen, they are like farmers. They are like farmers, and they are below than the gentry. So these are the three groups, and she had called over these three parties, and she had ordered the priest to have such a beautiful England, and which means when the people of these Tudors, and there were poor people who were very suffered a lot, and they were oppressed. So that's what she had declared in 16 not. She had declared the poor passed law, which means she has passed the law that it belongs to the people of the people who belong to very poor, which means poor people must be cared by the people by the priests who belong to the churches, which means if we have an area. If we have our area, in the sense we have a church, it belongs to Roman Catholic Church. In the sense, the priest who is in the church has to take over the people who are in the church, who come to the churches. If they are very poor, anyone would have been a rich man. The rich people have to take care of the poor people. So that's the poor amendment has been passed over by the Elizabeth, and till now it has been till 19th century. Till 19th century, England had never had any other fight among themselves. They followed. So thank you.